Now it's time. We've been all over time. Multiple eras, multiple ancestors. But it's finally time to go back where it all began. Paris. As a reminder, Sly is French.
We'd finally made it home to Paris, only to find a place we hardly recognized. It was obvious Le Paradox was now in control, since his face covered the city like
Oh
a
God.
bad rash. The only positive was that Bentley was able to dig up a lot of dirt, including the fact that Le Paradox was from a family of thieves himself. And then we made a major discovery. I knew that my dad's heist of the world's largest diamond had made him a legendary thief, but what I never knew was that Le Paradox's father had planned to steal it first, and frame my dad for the crime. Only he was a little too slow, and got himself caught instead.
Ah.
With his father gone, Le Paradox had no one to teach him the family business, and after a string of failed jobs, he wound up in prison too. It was here, ironically, that he finally got his criminal education. After his release, Le Paradox maintained the appearance of a law-abiding citizen. In reality, he used his prison contacts to form his own syndicate and began masterminding heists worldwide. These days, he traveled the globe as a billionaire art collector, while his real business was the trafficking of priceless stolen treasures. Clearly, he blamed the Coopers for his family's past misfortunes, and his plan was to wipe us out completely. I had to find a way to stop it, but first, I had to rescue Carmelita.
This is the first time it's actually been like a family feud for Sly. Outside, of course, of Clockwork, but Clockwork is its own can of worms. I'd like to say that this job is, I mean, this is just one job. I don't think there's anything else. But it might be like Sly 3, where it's actually just, it's one job that's made in multiple parts. I forget.
All right, we
didn't get a
this is
Sly
our
in the gang.
last shot at stopping Le Paradox and rescuing Carmelita. Currently, his blimp is docked outside the museum. I can't pinpoint Carmelita's exact position, but I believe she's being held somewhere near the loading bay. Sly, there appears to be a utility hatch on the blimp's underside that will get you inside. You can use one of the mooring lines to reach it. Once you're in, try to gather as much information as you can. But remember, we'll be right behind you, so don't do anything rash. Murray, I need you to get the van ready. We're gonna need backup for this one. So first, you and I are going on a little recruiting trip. Then we'll rendezvous with Sly inside the blimp and figure out our next move. Okay, I realize it's not the most elaborate plan, but it's the best we've got.
And we don't have
everybody
time.
watch your backs, and let's go take that skunk down once and for all.
Oh no.
Okay, Bentley, I'm in. I can see Carmelita.
Just hold on, Sly. We're almost there.
It's
You know
clearly a
it's
trap.
I know, pal, but I don't have a choice. Just get here as fast as you can.
It's a lot of trust in Bentley and Murray.
Carmelita!
Sly! No!
Oh, hey, this seems familiar.
Two rats in one trap. I knew you could not resist, Cooper. You are so predictable.
Oh yeah? Well, how's this for a prediction? I'm gonna kick that stripe right off your tail.
Yes, yes, and now come the big threats from the little man. As I said, predictable.
Let us out! You afraid of a fair fight, coward?
No, 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 I don't think so. I have something special planned for you two. It is, how do you say, a going away party.
Okay, listen up. You all know why you're here. We have to find your canes and get you back where you belong now. If we don't, we'll never be able to repair the damage Le Paradox has done.
What about Sly?
He's on his own for now, Murray, but I'm sure he'll be fine. It's Sly. Ryoichi, you're up first. My readings show your cane is somewhere in this room.
I can sense it too, Bentley-son.
So during this final mission, we're gonna get one last chance to play as the ancestors, all with their unique abilities,
Though the bamboo forest is dense,
all to retrieve their canes.
Paratroopers at 12 o'clock.
This is the paradox. After I dispose of this trash, we will be having a celebration party. And this is mandatory.
What does it all mean, Bentley?
No time for a break, guys. We have to keep moving. There's Bob's cane. Looks like this one is all you, Ryuichi.
it is my pleasure, my most hairy ancestor.
It's got some like museum pieces.
Your determination is impressive, but some... Guards, bring this flip of the cover gang. Can you hear me, Turtle? You and your vermin friends are too late.
Okay,
I got too greedy. That was stupid of me.
All crew on full alert. I want our problem taken care of now.
Synchronizing temporal matrix.
Can you hear me, Turtle? You and your vermin friends are
Okay, the Paradox is gearing up for something. We need to hurry. Keep moving, Ryuichi.
Here we go. Bob's finally got his cane for the first time.
Ryuichi, I'm picking up an energy field shift centered on you.
Yes, I sense it is my time to go. It has been an honor meeting all of you. Sayonara.
He's going back home.
It's working. The temporal abnormality is correcting itself. Bob, we need you to get Salim's cane.
See, as the canes are retrieved, history will fix itself.
Why do you persist in playing a game which you have already lost? You'll never win the Paradox. I've already won. This is the crossing.
Actually, at this height, this stuff actually probably would freeze.
Determination is impressive, but ultimately pointless.
Actually, I just realized now, for Bob here, this is actually getting his descendants' cane.
The ancestors get their canes, Murray, as fast as we can. Don't slow down, Bob.
Dimensional capacitor calibrated. Rebound power to bridge.
Shit.
Your determination is impressive, but ultimately pointless comparison.
What can we do, Bentley?
We can help the ancestors get their canes, Murray, as fast as we can. Don't slow down, Bob.
Security, I want this ship secured now. Any more slip-ups and there will be no cheese rations for a month.
Dimensional capacitor calibrated. Rerouting power to bridge.
The fuck? Oh yeah, I made it.
Your determination is impressive, but ultimately pointless comparison.
Oh, fuck.
What can we do, Bentley?
We can help the ancestors get their canes, Murray.
See, if I die, it should just respawn me up there and save me some time.
Your determination is impressive, but ultimately pointless comparison.
What can we do, Bentley?
We can help the ancestors get their canes, Murray, as fast as we can. Don't slow down, Bob.
God, that one's timing is tight.
Your determination is impressive, but ultimately pointless comparison.
What can we do, Bentley?
We can help the ancestors get their canes.
Your determination is impressive, but ultimately pointless comparison.
What can we do, Bentley?
We can help the ancestors get their canes, Murray, as fast as we can. Don't slow down, Bob.
All systems stable. Increasing power output. Dimensional capacitor calibrated. Rerouting power to bridge. Surface system operating at
There goes Salim's cane.
Outstanding, Bob. Looks like you're heading home now. Watch out for those penguins. This is going well, but we're not out of the woods yet.
Another case of getting a descendant's cane, actually, for Salim.
We have to keep pushing. Salim, you're the only one who can reach Gallus Cave.
Forsooth, I would entrust this to no other.
Oh, again with the climbing? Get going, Salim. We've got some planning to do.
Salim's dead.
Get going, Salim. We've got some planning to do.
engineering. Give me more power. I need to move on the schedule.
What are you up to, the Paradox? Salim, no time for napping. We need to step it up.
Warning. Dimensional collapse imminent. Hurry, Cooper. You don't want to miss the final act.
Climbing is going to turn you to my...
There we go. Now he can finally retire.
Very nice, Salim. You've definitely earned your retirement.
I salute your excellence, Sir Salim.
All right. Now that we got Mr. Cranky Pants home safely, we need to press on.
Oh, we just need 10 of these.
Gallop, we need your skills to get Tennessee's cane.
Verily shall it be in thine command, hence and forthwith.
You talk funnier than a two-headed jackalope, but thanks, amigo.
Why don't you come find me, Cooper? So I can eliminate you in person.
Ugh.
Gallop, break those fuses to disable that laser grid.
Enough twaddle and gobbledygook. Time for action.
Ugh.
Caution. Time drive integrity compromised.
Pathetic. Give up now while you still have some shred of dignity.
You're going back to jail.
Fuck.
You pathetic. Give up now while you still have some shred of dignity.
You're going back to jail where you belong, the Paradox.
That's so bad, Bentley. You think it has anything to do with Sly?
I don't know, but it doesn't sound good. We need to get to the bridge. Sir Gallop, time is definitely of the essence.
Forsooth shall I venture forward.
Warning. Pressure level.
Yeah, it really does not help. The treasure I have that lowers damage doesn't help, but everything is fucking instant kill.
Truly remarkable, Gallop. This looks like farewell.
Indeed. Once more unto the breach go I. Fare thee well, you all.
More vermin dead ahead.
You bastards better do your job. Failure is not an option. Your time is up, the Paradox.
But I could.
We're getting close, guys.
Last one.
Those switches
Ugh.
are completely out of our reach. Tennessee, this looks like a job for you.
Just what I was hoping for, Bentley. I've been itching to get in on the action, too.
We got the big iron on our head.
Come on, kid. This is for all the... Those platforms must have a switch somewhere.
Man, I think you need a better AI.
2, 1, 0.
Those platforms appear to be on some kind of timer. You'd better move it.
Well, I'm faster than a jackalope with his tail on fire.
Hurry, Tennessee. It's all up to you now.
I don't have time for this. Help me adjust the controls.
I still say my favorite ancestor to play as might be Tennessee. Just because I like the fact that he's got a whole new set of gameplay with the gun.
Tennessee. You need to figure out that lock sequence.
Reckon I ought to break out the old crack shot here.
You may have gone to the caves, Turtle, but it doesn't matter anymore.
All right. I guess break time is over.
Can you hear me?
Woohoo!
Gotta make sure I do it in the right order.
Shot ever.
It is too late, Coopers. Your legacy ends tonight.
It's a good twist on Tennessee's normal puzzle. Well, not normal puzzle, but normal gimmick.
Ah, alone at last. How cozy.
You want cozy? I'm going to throw you and all your friends into the same prison cell.
Ah, but no. It is the two of you of whom I am thinking. To be together. Forever. Just think of it as the most romantic coffin ever.
Don't count on it, Paradox. We've beaten all your other plans.
Ah, but not this time, I think. Look at this. My marvelous contraption. The time tunnel. Something else I had your little friend Penelope develop before her unfortunate failure. Is very much like the time machine, no? With one important difference. From here, I have the control over where you go. And it's programmed to send you and your Interpol shrew on an endless honeymoon. Free of charge. Bouncing through time for all eternity. That's if you survive the trip. But either way, I will never have to see your irritating faces again.
You think this thing can hold me? Just wait until I get out of here.
Why'd
Works
you
for
do it,
clockwork.
Paradox? Why the ancestors? Why not just come after me? What's the deal?
The deal? The deal is you, Coopers. You destroyed my father, and you almost got me. But not
What the fuck did Sly do?
when I rebuilt myself. I swore I would erase the Cooper name from history completely. And so today, my revenge will be complete. It is time now for you to go. Bon voyage!
Sly?
Cooper, you busy?
Yeehaw.
Ooh, wait. Cut that closer than a $10 shave. Reckon my time here is up.
Take care, Tennessee.
I will crush you!
All the ancestors are back. Oh, that can't be good. What the fuck, man? That's a death trap waiting to happen.
Carmelita, and get off this thing.
We all need to leave right now. That maniac just tore a hole in time-space.
I need to finish this fight here and now for the whole Cooper clan. And I'm the only one who can glide out of here.
This whole blimp could disappear any second.
Right, so there's no time to argue. Just go.
Sly,
I know. Me too.
Here we go. Final fight.
I will teach you to fight like a gentleman.
And how would you know?
Ha! I'm going to save that Cooper tongue for last. After I cut the rest of you to pieces. It's too bad it didn't work for me. I could have used it.
Yeah. It wouldn't have worked out. I'm allergic to morons.
Your can work is pitiful.
Not as pitiful as that mustache.
What? You
He's a thief.
What the?
A lucky break, Cooper.
You'll be lucky if I only break your neck.
Come on, little punk.
These look like the train pieces from earlier.
For you. You excellent work. I'll teach you a lesson.
Looks like somebody just lost his temper.
Why don't you just give me and I'll make it painless for you.
Why don't you come over here and take it?
There is something wrong with this stupid sword. You can't win, Cooper. Deep
I looked
down
away
in
for a
your
second.
heart.
I looked at how long this has been. It's a lot shorter than the Slide 3 and Slide 2 final section. But Slide 2's final section was also like a whole chapter in itself. I don't mind having the final sequences be their own episodes. It allows them to do more creative things. I mean, more cinematic things like this.
There is something wrong with this stupid sword.
Yeah, clearly it's something wrong with the sword.
Sly, do you read me? Get out of there, Sly!
Where is that little weasel?
I know it's difficult, Cooper, but try to keep up.
This thing is coming apart at the seams.
Don't fall, then I won't get the chance to kill you myself.
So, before we finish this, let me get one thing straight. You came after the Coopers because of what happened to your father?
No, you imbecile! I came after the Coopers to prove that Le Paradox is the greatest thief who has ever lived. Is there any doubt? Ask yourself this. If the Coopers were truly the greatest thieves in history, and I have stolen their most valued possessions, then what does that make me?
An idiot? You had it made. You could have been the biggest thief of all time, but you had to target my ancestors and blow your own cover. You exposed your operation because of your ego. No Cooper would have done that. And for the record, can you really say you stole the canes? Seems like your friends did all the real work.
Enjoy your words, Cooper, because they will
He's not wrong.
be your last. I detest you, Cooper. The very sight of you fills me with rage.
Thought we were gonna be pals.
All the others did all the work. And Sly's right. If he did not do this, he could have been the greatest
Agree. But I'm not the one
organized thief in history. Even more than Sly, because Sly is still only a small band. I died. I failed.
Now, think of your blood pressure, Cyril.
I tire of this charade. There's just no point.
Sure there is. It's right there on top of your head.
You blasted imbecile! I'll run you through!
Now, think of your blood pressure, Cyril.
And we're done.
This is not right! My plan was perfect!
Sorry, pal. You just can't plan for a Cooper.
Just please help me!
Why should I?
I do not wish to die!
I guess you won't be doing any harm from a prison cell.
Parrot glider.
So
won't get away with this. I'll find you.
Au contraire, Sly Cooper. I do not think we will meet again.
Huh. Oh, hey, you got a death animation. But Sly doesn't have a pack anymore.
It's been a while since that night, but there's still no sign of Sly. Or that cursed blimp. The skunk could barely tread water. So by the time they picked him up, he was happy to see them. Word is he earned a special cell in solitary confinement, where the only thing he'll be collecting from now on is gray hair. Both
see his
Paris
friends.
and the thievius raccoons were back to normal, but that hardly made us feel any better. At first, we just waited, assuming Sly would show up the way he always did. But as the days stretched into weeks, we had to face the fact that he was truly lost. We've stopped talking about it all the time, but I know it's all we're thinking about, even if we show it in different ways. Murray seems like his usual cheerful self, but I can tell there's a new level of seriousness underneath it all. He's on the professional wrestling circuit now, and he's really been pushing himself. I know he's doing it to keep his fighting skills sharp. Like all of us, he wants to be ready for action the minute we locate Sly.
Holy shit.
Carmelita returned to Interpol, where she threw herself into her work, busting criminals at a record pace. She's been so busy, I haven't seen her for a while now. My sources tell me she's conducting her own investigation into Sly's whereabouts.
No company has said anything outside of Sucker Punch.
I think she took his disappearance
Sucker
the
Punch
hardest,
said they have no plans.
even if she never shows it. At least not in public. As for myself, I continue to search. Even using all my technology, I haven't found a clue. The time machine is no help since we need to know where Sly was for that to work.
Which, I have a theory on who the next villain was supposed to be.
But I'll never give up. Because I know Sly's out there, and I know that wherever he is, we will find him.
Sly's fate is essentially...
Ryoichi Cooper continued to refine his master ninja techniques, as well as his sushi. And while his thefts were never detected, his sushi restaurant was recognized as the finest in Japan.
Yeah, but no, Sly basically has the same fate right now as Mega Man Volnut of Legends. Stuck on the moon. And my theory based on his appearance in this game...
El Jefe remains behind bars. He was transferred to a South American prison, where he now works rolling cigars. Unfortunately for him, there's no smoking allowed.
I forgot about that one. But yeah, I think the next villain was supposed to be Clockwork. Because Clockwork can be seen all throughout this game, even in time periods he doesn't belong.
Tennessee Kid Cooper recovered his gold and his place in history as the greatest outlaw of the Old West. His legend grew even bigger when he began stealing from crooked lawmen exclusively.
Ah, so he took Sly's rules to heart. I like that. I forgot that they did change history still, but it's improved some of their legends.
Toothpick was arrested and became part of a chain gang working on the railroads. He eventually went deaf and faded into obscurity.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that. Yeah, we just left Toothpick in the past.
Caveman Cooper kept up his physical training and returned to his role as egg thief extraordinaire. Perhaps most importantly, he pioneered the use of his cane as a tool for thieving.
Good for him. Yeah, this game, it is a solid game. It's...
The
oh god.
Received a lengthy prison sentence and began a new career as a rap artist. In his spare time, He paints portraits of his fellow inmates.
Actually, I think Clockwork's going to be rebuilt, because one of the treasures is Clockwork's eye that survived the destruction of the hate chip.
Sir Gallant
I think...
Cooper
hey, you're
returned
on
to his heroic adventures and went...
Oh, my controller. I think they were going to rebuild Clockwork, and Clockwork was... A future version of Clockwork was traveling through time.
Of the Cooper Order, a gallant group that stole from corrupt nobility. He also became a successful, if overly dramatic, actor.
Could be that, too. There's a lot of stuff you could go with the return of Clockwork. It's just the fact that he's in every episode in this game in various chapters.
Penelope was sent to Europe's highest security prison, where she promptly escaped. She remains at large, and the police have no clue as to her whereabouts. Recently, however, I've been receiving mysterious...
They also could have gone with Penelope as a villain, because they have that plot thread now open because of this. The Clockwork thing is just because he's everywhere. That's clearly just an Easter egg, but it would have been interesting.
Salim Al-Kupar finally
Hell,
retired
put
from
Penelope
TV and
with
took a
Clockwork.
long nap. Then he dreamed up a lucrative new business. Parking his camel around town, he sold snacks to hungry customers. It was highly successful.
Good for him. You gotta earn money in your retirement sometimes. Especially as a master thief. Oh.
After being locked up, Miss Decibel decided to make some changes. She had the horn removed from her trunk, enrolled in anger management classes, and began teaching music to other prisoners.
Oh, God.
Continued good behavior, she might get an early parole.
I wonder, are those the same 6 enemies we encountered in Sly 2? Maybe.
Dimitri returned to his globe-trotting ways as a celebrity scuba diver, and even launched a new line of fashion wear. He's so successful, there's a new reality TV show chronicling his adventures.
Sorry, what?
It's called Disco Diver.
Why? Why? I forgot about that. Oh, God.
La Paradox had all his assets seized, including his art collection, and everything was donated to the city of Paris.
Bad.
I'm told his cell was modified to be completely odor-proof. I suppose that's good for the guards, since he's going to be living there for a very long time.
Sly told him he could have been the greatest thief in history. He had to go after the Coopers. That's the thing. The Coopers never got a complete ego about what they did. It had to proclaim their actions. They let them speak for themselves and their history in the Thievius Raccoonus. Oh wait, do you only see that if you have all the treasure and masks, I think? There is a secret ending. I don't know how you get it. Oh, you have to have 100% a completion. So you need all the trophies, all the masks, all the treasure. You need to perfect this game for the secret ending. Which, I just don't have that in me. The secret ending is, it cuts to Egypt, is panning down from the Sphinx, and you see Sly lying there in the sand with a bunch of treasure. He's stuck in ancient Egypt. Mind you, he, unlike Mega Man Volnuts, who's stuck on the moon, Mega Man Volnuts alone, Sly's is kind of living. He looks happy. Clear, I mean, he wants to get home, more than likely, but it's like, yeah, I'm here, I'm gonna just do what I do. But, yes, unfortunately, there is no plans in the work for a new Sly Cooper. I hope this changes. Sony did just re-release the trilogy on PS5. There is renewed interest in Sly Cooper. Sucker Punch works for them. I don't know if Sanzaru is still a thing, but, like, there are developers who could make Sly Cooper. let one other original PS2 trilogy outside of Ratchet and Clank still exist. Because God knows Naughty Dog's never going to touch Jak and Daxter again. But not only does this bring an end to Sly Cooper, this brings an end to the PS2, the original PlayStation Hero trilogy I was covering. We've completed Jak and Daxter, we've completed Ratchet and Clank, and we completed Sly Cooper. It took a year longer than I planned, but you know what? Yeah, I'm happy I got to share these games. They are fun games. They are enjoyable. And for many of them, they're a lot of people's childhood. Sly, Ratchet, and Jak was a lot of people, like personally, I know a lot of people who at least played or had, at the very least have heard of all three, at most have played at least one. I've played all three. I only owned 2 of the 3 collections, which was Jak and Ratchet. I did own Sly Cooper. I played Sly Cooper. I beat Sly 2 as a kid. But I never owned the Sly trilogy until this playthrough. But with that, this project has come to a close. We haven't done Spyro. I might do Spyro sometime in the future. Because I do have the Reignited trilogy. I might do that on a later point, but right now, this was a long project. Like, this big back-to-back trilogy stuff was a year-long project. I think next, I was talking about it earlier, next I might do the original Halo trilogy. Or I'm thinking Gears of War, I don't know. Yeah. So, like, that's the thing. I've said this before, and I kind of stand by this. Oh, thank you for the follow. The Sony of today is somewhat of a pale shadow of Sony of yesteryears, of specifically the PS2 era. Sony doesn't really have a trinity anymore of, like, you know, their figureheads. They've got Aloy from Horizon, Kratos from God of War, and I won't even call Spider-Man part of their trilogy because of the fact he's not an original IP. I'm talking strictly original Sony IPs. And at least I haven't played Ragnarok, I can't say anything, and I've seen enough stuff from Horizon, not Zero Dawn, but Forbidden West. Forbidden West, it's not bad, it's just, it does some problems as an open world game, in my opinion. I think I will probably end up talking about that if I stream Elden Ring. Because, actually no, I talked about it when I streamed Sonic Frontier. I forgot about that. Yeah, I did talk about that. I'm trying to think here. The PlayStation 4 didn't really have anything that took off for, like, a trinity. I would say The Last of Us. The only issue is The Last of Us doesn't have a consistent protagonist. Sly had Sly, Ratchet and Clank had Ratchet and Clank, and Jak and Daxter had Jak and Daxter. They don't really have that anymore. But who knows? Maybe we'll see. Maybe one day we'll see the return of Sly. I mean, like I said, the trilogy just came back out on PS5. There's some renewed interest. And the demand for a new Sly game is up there with a demand for Bloodborne PC. People want it. I mean, it's literally free money for Sony. They could just do it. But I don't know. I don't know what I would say. For now, I am gonna go to sleep. This was an 11-hour stream. We literally went from Chapter 2 of this game to the finale. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep.